Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Sunday. It is the 4th of December 2022. Gonna look at the 7th race from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The 7 from Gulfstream, it's allowance optional claimer purse $72,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards, never won at 12,000 twice in main claiming starter or restricted race, which never won through races. We have an optional claim price 62,000 here. We have a field of 11 horses going to the Gulfstream Park turf course. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of mile 1/16 on the Gulfstream Park turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16. The portable rails are down, so they'll be using the inner portion of the about 120-foot wide turf course. I'm going to take here the number 8 horse, Eyes on the Target, as the top selection. Let's go 8-5-4-9 in the superfecta. 8-5-4-9 super, top selection 8 horse, Eyes on the Target. 4-year-old Ridgeling by Exaggerator here. Mike Maker trains. Sammy Camacho Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 21st of October at Keeneland, about a mile 16th on the lawn in an allowance race, 115,000, and he finished 7th by 2 lengths that day. Had a little traffic that day, was bumped, got a little wide late. It just wasn't a recipe for success. Those Keeneland fall turf races, those Keeneland turf races in general are very tough. He just wasn't keeping up. Refreshing here to South Florida, back to the turf course. A little forwardly paced, which I think should suit him well on this turf course. I think he really won a good race. Early September was his previous race, Saratoga, mile 16th on the melon, off 62. He finished 3rd by a head that day. A little bit wide, but he stalked. He had the lead. He just couldn't keep up late, but he ran his heart out, earning a 93 buyer. Nothing bad about that race after all said and done. And then 6th of August, Saratoga, 1 mile in the inner and off 62. He finished 3rd by 1/4 lengths that day. Had a little bit of a trouble trip, had to steady a few times, which probably cost him place. I don't think he would have won, but it definitely cost him place there. And then off 62 at Belmont, a mile 16th on the Widener, 9th of July. He finished 2nd by a half a length that day. He left from a wide post job, but he was still wide throughout, which probably cost him. Most recent victory came in a allowance race at Churchill in late May, going a mile 16th on the turf, winning by 1 3/4 lengths from a tracking position. He got the job done, and then one before that, a Keeneland on the turf course very nicely, and then one on the turf course last year in a claiming 50, winning by 3/4 length. He had a little bit of a tough trip early on, but really closed up well late. Coming here, trading well locally here and at Turfway, I'll give him a shot at 4-1. You also have to use the 5 horse yes this time for Paco Lopez and Kelly Breen. Hasn't been seen since the Monmouth Stakes at Monmouth in late June, where he finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths, and he just needed something more. Before then, the cliffhanger again, he needed something more on the wet turf course. But coming back to Gulfstream, this horse has run very well in the past. Okay, it's a different kind of turf course now. It's actually turf, not that fake green painted dirt, but he's 6 for 4 here locally. He is only one of his most his defeats came actually in the Tropical Park Derby last December, but that was a very weird turf course, everybody says, last year. But in 2021, he won 3 in a row. He won on the 20th of March very nicely, won the 11th of April very nicely, and came back to win the English Channel against black type horses in May of 2021 nicely, and came back to win the Kent Stakes in July of 2021 on soft ground at Delaware. So he's a decent horse here, but hasn't won since that Kent. But he's been running decent races as of recently, training well at Palm Meadows. Has some speed if he wants to use it. It wouldn't surprise me at 3-1. I'll use him in the pick 4. That begins with this race. So to recap my selection for the 7 from Gulfstream, let's take the 8 horse Eyes on the Target. Give kudos to the 5 horse yes this time. 8-5-4-9 super. Let's go 8-5 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.